In a world far, far away, there was a great war between the forces of light and darkness. The light was represented by the kingdom of Lumina, a land of peace and prosperity, where the sun always shone. The darkness was represented by the kingdom of Nocturna, a land of shadows and secrets where the moon ruled the night. The two kingdoms had been at peace for centuries, but tensions began to rise when a powerful artifact was discovered. This artifact, known as the Crystal of Light, had the power to bring eternal daylight to the world. The people of Lumina saw this as a blessing, but the people of Nocturna saw it as a curse. The king of Lumina, King Solaris, decided to use the Crystal of Light to bring eternal daylight to the world. He believed that this would bring peace and prosperity to all. However, the queen of Nocturna, Queen Luna, saw this as an act of aggression. She believed that eternal daylight would destroy the balance of nature and bring chaos to the world. And so, the great war between light and darkness began. As the war between light and darkness raged on, a great battle took place on the day of a solar eclipse. The armies of Lumina and Nocturna met on the battlefield, each side determined to claim victory. The battle was fierce and brutal, with both sides unleashing powerful magic and devastating attacks. The sky was filled with flashes of light and dark as spells were cast and weapons clashed. In the midst of the chaos, King Solaris and Queen Luna faced each other in single combat. They were both powerful warriors, and their duel was a sight to behold. They fought with all their might, each determined to protect their kingdom and their people. As the eclipse reached its peak, the world was plunged into darkness. In that moment of darkness, something unexpected happened. King Solaris and Queen Luna both paused in their fight, looking up at the sky in wonder. For a brief moment, they saw the beauty of the eclipse, the way the light and dark came together to create something new. And in that moment, they both realized that perhaps there was another way. Perhaps there could be peace between light and darkness. But before they could act on this realization, the moment passed and the battle resumed. The two armies clashed once more and the war continued. But for King Solaris and Queen Luna, something had changed. They had seen a glimpse of hope, a possibility for a better future. After the battle of the eclipse, King Solaris and Queen Luna both realized that the war between light and darkness was not the answer. They knew that there had to be another way, a way to bring peace to their kingdoms. And so, they both set out on a quest to find the Crystal of Light. They believed that if they could find the crystal and use its power, they could bring balance to the world and end the war. King Solaris and Queen Luna traveled far and wide, facing many dangers along the way. They journeyed through dark forests, over treacherous mountains, and across scorching deserts. As they traveled, they began to see the world in a new light. They saw the beauty of nature, the kindness of strangers, and the strength of friendship. They realized that there was more to life than just light and darkness. Finally, after many long months of travel, King Solaris and Queen Luna arrived at the hidden location of the Crystal of Light. It was guarded by powerful magic, but together they were able to overcome the challenges and claim the crystal. With the crystal in their possession, King Solaris and Queen Luna returned to their kingdoms. They knew that they had a difficult task ahead of them, but they were determined to use the power of the crystal to bring peace to their world. With the Crystal of Light in their possession, King Solaris and Queen Luna returned to their kingdoms. They knew that they had a difficult task ahead of them, but they were determined to use the power of the crystal to bring peace to their world. They called a meeting of the leaders of both kingdoms, and together they discussed how to use the power of the crystal. Some argued that they should use it to destroy their enemies, while others believed that it should be used to bring eternal daylight to the world. But King Solaris and Queen Luna had a different idea. They believed that the power of the crystal could be used to bring balance to the world, to create a world where light and darkness coexisted in harmony. And so, they used the power of the crystal to create a new world. A world where the sun and moon shared the sky, where day and night were equal. A world where light and darkness were no longer at war, but lived together in peace. The people of Lumina and Nocturna rejoiced at this new world. They saw that there was beauty in both light and darkness, and that together they created something greater than either could achieve alone. In the new world of peace and harmony, the people of Lumina and Nocturna lived together in happiness. But little did they know a new threat was rising. Deep in the shadows, a powerful force was gathering strength. This force was older and more powerful than either light or darkness, and it sought to destroy the balance that had been created. At first, the people of Lumina and Nocturna were unaware of this new threat. They went about their daily lives, enjoying the peace that had been won. But slowly, strange things began to happen. Crops began to wither, animals fell ill, and the sky grew dark. The people grew afraid, and they looked to their leaders for guidance. King Solaris and Queen Luna knew that something was wrong. They consulted with their advisors and searched for answers. And finally, they discovered the truth. A great evil had awoken, an ancient force that sought to destroy the world. King Solaris and Queen Luna knew that they had to act quickly if they were to save their people. And so, they called upon the bravest warriors from both kingdoms to join them in battle against this new threat. Together, they set out on a quest to defeat the evil and restore balance to the world. The journey would be long and dangerous, but they were determined to succeed for the sake of their people and for the future of their world. King Solaris, Queen Luna, and their brave warriors set out on their quest to defeat the great evil that threatened their world. They journeyed far and wide, facing many dangers along the way. As they traveled, they learned more about the nature of the evil they faced. It was an ancient force, older than time itself. It sought to destroy the balance of the world and plunge it into chaos. The heroes knew that they had to stop this evil at all costs. They gathered allies from all corners of the world, and together they prepared for the final battle. The day of the battle arrived, and the heroes stood ready. They faced the great evil with courage and determination, knowing that the fate of their world rested on their shoulders. The battle was fierce and terrible. The heroes fought with all their might, unleashing powerful magic and devastating attacks. The sky was filled with flashes of light and dark as the forces of good and evil clashed. In the end, it was King Solaris and Queen Luna who struck the final blow. Together, they used the power of the Crystal of Light to banish the great evil from their world. The world was saved and peace was restored. The people of Lumina and Nocturna rejoiced, knowing that their heroes had saved them from certain doom. And so, King Solaris and Queen Luna returned to their kingdoms as heroes. They had saved their world from destruction and brought hope to their people. The future looked bright, and a new era of peace and prosperity began. After the great battle against the evil that threatened their world, King Solaris and Queen Luna returned to their kingdoms as heroes. They had saved their world from destruction and brought hope to their people, but the battle had taken its toll. The land was scarred and many lives had been lost. The people of Lumina and Nocturna mourned their fallen heroes and worked to rebuild their homes. And so, the world entered a new era of peace and prosperity. The war between light and darkness was a distant memory, a reminder of a time when fear and hatred ruled. But now, thanks to the bravery of their heroes and the power of the Crystal of Light, the world was a place of hope and love. And that is where our story ends for now. But who knows what adventures await in this new era of peace and prosperity? Only time will tell.